Good morning, Mizzou fans. Gabe DeArmond here. Early start for PM in the AM on Tuesday, February 5th, 2025, because we have a huge basketball game tonight in Knoxville, Tennessee to talk about. The question is this Mizzou's biggest game of the year? It won't end up as Mizzou's biggest game of the year, certainly. There are much more important games to be played later down the road. We expect in March and hopefully into late March, maybe even early April. But so far, I would argue this is the biggest game Missouri has played. Here's why. We enter Southeastern Conference play tonight. After Wednesday night, every team will have played at least 9 games. That's halfway through. Some have already played 10, and we'll get the midweek bye later. But there are 11 teams that have lost at least 4 games in SEC play. There are 9 teams that have lost at least 5. Missouri has lost only 2. They right now sit alone in third place. One of those teams with 4 losses is tonight's opponent, number 4, Tennessee, comes in at 5-4. If Missouri can get a win in this game, that means Mizzou is through the first half of the schedule at 7-2, alone in third place, trailing only Auburn and Alabama through the season's first half. More importantly, they already have a tiebreaker over Florida, which is 6-3. They already have a tiebreaker over Ole Miss, which is 6-4. They would have a tiebreaker after tonight over Tennessee, which is 5-5. They already have a tiebreaker over Mississippi State at 4-5 and Vanderbilt at 4-5. Those are the top 8 teams in this league. That's the top half of the league. Missouri would have a tiebreaker over everyone immediately chasing them, with Texas A&M coming to town on Saturday and a chance to get the tiebreaker over them. In other words, if Missouri wins this game tonight, it is very tough to draw up a scenario where Mizzou does not finish in the top 4 of the SEC standings, which means you get a double bye, which means I think you almost certainly are locked into a top 4 seed in the NCAA tournament. The expectation then being there that you're a Sweet 16 team. Now, the good thing about tonight, a loss doesn't hurt you. You lose to Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee's favored by 9.5. Tennessee's a top 5 team. It's on the road. It just beat Florida by 20 without 2 starters at home. Like, a loss in Knoxville doesn't do anything whatsoever to damage your resume. I don't even think with a 15-point loss, Missouri would drop in things like the net rankings in Ken Pom and all that. But the upside of a win is absolutely huge for Dennis Gates and his team. Tip off at 6 o'clock tonight on SEC Network. Drew King is going to be in Knoxville for us. He's about to fly out of Lambert this morning. He will be there. I believe we're going to be the only Mizzou media making the trip to Knoxville. So make sure to follow along with Drew's coverage throughout the night from Thompson Bowling Arena. We will have a post-game show going live about 8:30 tonight. After this one, full reaction, all that, to, again, what, as of right now, I think is the biggest basketball game of a huge Missouri basketball season. Thanks for hanging out. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let people know what we're doing. Join us tonight, 8:30 for postgame, and I'll be back here tomorrow morning.